like to thank Mr. Miles. Appreciate you doing this.
Tommy, good to have you here with me.
Well, thank you. I guess we'll just get started. First question we have is, how long have you been involved in American Bulldogs?
Well, this past December will be 21 years that I've had American Bulldogs.
You've been breeding them for 21 years?
I had my first, purchased my first American Bulldog. I've had Bulldogs all my life, but I just completely just went to American Bulldogs about 21 years.
Okay.
And I've been breeding almost that long. You know, it takes a while
Right.
to get everything like you want it. So,
Okay. The dogs that you see today, our dogs, other dogs that you come in contact with, how do they stack up to the dogs that were around when you first got interested in this breed?
well, people tell me, and people come to me, people call me, and they want a dog that's an athletic, a performance dog, one that can perform. And what's happened over the years, it's pretty noticeable that a lot of people have taken the American Bulldog and they've added there's a little twist in there, or a little breeding in it, and the thing that I've found out that you have to be careful when you're purchasing a American Bulldog is to make sure that that's what you're purchasing. I have a lot of people that tell me that they bought American Bulldog, and the thing of it is when they get to sizing it up with a real American Bulldog, they find out that they don't have American Bulldog. That down to up to the years that there's been a lot of breeding, and the thing that I've noticed about for years, the thing that I've noticed about people and ads and everything, American Bulldog is a popular dog. It is an extremely popular dog, and if they do some breeding, and it's not just right. It's something a little bit, in the breeding is just not right. But they're going to say, even though the dog doesn't look real good, and it doesn't stack up to American Bulldog, because American Bulldogs are popular, they gonna call it American Bulldog. And I know years ago that, and not calling no register or anything, no name, but that people could register dogs very easy through some of the registers that was trying to build up. Their allowance to register was very easy.
Yeah.
And but the dogs that stack up today, you got to be very careful. And this is not to say anything about any dogs that are anywhere in any part of the United States, but there's been a lot of awful breeding from dogs out on the West Coast, and they're breeding a lot of things into it, and they're registering dogs. Unfortunately, sometimes with American Bulldogs, but they're mixing them. It's just like other dogs, it's other breeds. It's obvious to see that there's something been bred into it.
Yeah.
And when you get an enormous dog, then American Bulldogs are supposed to be around 100 to 110 pounds. When you get that one blows out to 150 pounds, 140, 150 pounds, and even larger, there has to be some genes in there to make this. Mm-hmm. If you breed an elephant and it's a little small thing, when it comes to it don't matter. It's gonna take a while, but it's gonna make an elephant. And the genes is there to make the elephant. It's gonna make it. So it's the same way about anything else. If those genes from some larger breed of dogs is in there, it's going to get lost. The American Bulldog originally, 100 pounds was. I know that's originally. To me, that would be the standard of American Bulldog.
Right.
And but unfortunately, we have people that cross the line. And when you cross the line, I've had people that come to me wanting to breed a feist dog to American Bulldog, and I've been as true as I can to American Bulldog and not cross the line anyway. And I could spend a pretty good bit more time that, but maybe
Yeah.
are there any other part of that question you want me to?
No, that
say anything?
about does it for that. Next question is, what person, or is there any persons, in your opinion, that have done the best job or done an admirable job in keeping the heritage and keeping the American Bulldog as what they originally were?
There's very few old, and not to, I'm not being disrespectful, and there's very few older breeders that's left that are here anymore. Some of them crossed the lines, and some of them didn't. But some look for the athletic ability and the word I'm finding it just won't come to me, but they looked at the job that they can do, the performance of the dog and everything. And there are some people out there that have really tried to help keep the American Bulldog American Bulldog. And but I really don't like to call any names, but there's some out there, and a person that wants to find those people if they check up a little bit, or they get some phone numbers from them that other people can call to verify what they're doing and everything. There is a way that you can check on people and find out.
Yes.
You do leave a trail of legacy in everything that you do, and even in breeding dogs. I think that it's very important that every breeder stays true to the American Bulldogs. In my situation, I have Scott dogs, and I bred one litter of puppies one time. I had purchased a Johnson dog from a person that's well known. I say much, you figure out who it is, but they called him the grandfather, or the father of weight pulling. He trained a lot of big people's, if you will, that's a poor term, but people that, hire type people, get him to train their dogs at weight pulling. I had a male come straight from him called Mountain Man, and I had bred that and got one litter of puppies, and that's the only time that I've ever put Johnson in my dog, and I sold those puppies. And I do know that that they worked. You could tell that they had the Johnson in them, and you can only help. And I'll just use the term other breeds. Adding Scott into it helps them, but it pulls the Scott down.
Right, right.
And, but, you know, they are some, and the man that I really have on my mind, you know, I think he has already passed away.
Mhm.
And, I like several other people, and especially one in Alabama. Like I said, I don't want to call names.
Yes, I understand.
And,
That's fine. You yourself, what accomplishments have you made in American Bulldogs that you are most proud of? The things that you take to heart the most?
well, I have to, me being a Christian and living for the Lord every day, you know, that's my life.
Yes, sir.
And I have to give the credit to God for the blessings that He's blessed me with, the dogs that I have. And through those dogs, I created some genes that just out of this world. And I've got documents on top of documents. It's not me just saying it. I've got them to prove what I'm saying. In and through those dogs, I created dogs that was the best dogs. And I'm not saying this bragging on myself, but I created dogs that's the best dogs in the world. And you know, if you call some people and it's got my dogs, they'll tell you about the same thing that I'm telling you. I've heard it so many times that so many people have called me that it's unreal and say that that's the best dog that I've ever had, that I've ever seen. Even overseas, when I ship dogs overseas, I've had that same people to, you know, take the time out, write letters, and send to Brother Al Walker. And I would, you know, say that in and through the genes, the breeding that I had created the best dogs. And I have to watch what I choose and everything, make sure that I choose good breeding, have a good breeding program, and pick those the right genes for. If I ever come across one that and I have made a few breedings that just wasn't there. I never done it again. I dated that breeding.
Well, I can attest myself owning a dog that's descended out of your lines, and Mike now owns his brother. That I wouldn't think anything for my dog. He's your stuff on the top and bottom, and when your dogs are mentioned, nobody stirs up more interest in talking about American Bulldogs as some of the dogs that you've produced and that you've owned. So I think that covers that question. Next question. What is your take on the American Bulldog becoming as popular now as they are today? They're getting more popular than they were a few years ago through television and movies. What is your take on that? Do you think this is a dog that should be a very popular breed of animal?